Welcome back, everybody. Appreciate you stopping in, checking out the channel. So, if you've been around the channel a little bit, you've been watching a few times, you know that we haul a lot of stuff from the woods to the sawmill, a lot of logs that we bring to the sawmill, and I found a Facebook Marketplace find, and I debated back and forth whether or not it was something I should do. Should I get it? Should I buy it? Should I not? And I decided to buy it. So, here we are. This is what we've got today, and I'll explain what we're going to be doing today. But I bought a logging winch for the back of the trusty John Deere. And I'm actually way more excited than I thought I would be. I always loved the grapple. I still do. Nothing's happened to the grapple that goes on the back here. Nothing, I still got it. It's out underneath the lean-to. But I posted a video the other day about one of the best configurations and one of the best setups with the log grapple and the trailer and all the tractor and all that stuff. And I still stand behind all of that. But after that, I went out to cut some logs and got into kind of a mess and had trouble, and tried using the winch on the top of the log grapple, and it wouldn't pull the logs, and stuff wouldn't go the way I wanted, and it made stuff a lot more difficult. And quite honestly, I had to get the tractor to the logs because the winch wouldn't do it, and I ended up beating on the tractor, and you have to drive over stumps, all that stuff. Long story short, I think this is going to be a fantastic addition to the channel, fantastic addition to what we're doing, getting logs out of the woods, all that stuff, because there's a lot of places now that I need to get to that I don't have any roads, no new roads. I've built a bunch of roads to where all the lumber is, all the logs are, and firewood and stuff, and I've got to that location, but now I have to branch out some more, and I don't have any roads. So I either need to spend all kinds of time building roads, or I can save that time with this. So I'm real excited. Let's show you what was going to happen today. So the first thing with this logging winch is it's really set up nice. It's going to work fantastic, but we have one problem. We've got no way to haul the trailer, the log trailer. That's a big deal. So we're going to fix that today. So I went to the local Harbor Freight and bought a couple hitches, or receiver hitches, whatever you want to call them. And we're going to get out the plasma cutter. We're going to cut a hole in this plate right here. And then we're going to slide one of those receiver hitches in here, weld it in, and then on the back side, I think we'll weld a bracket, like a gusset, to hold that. And then we can put a receiver hitch in and out of here, however we want. Now, originally I thought of, well, I'll just cut a hitch off and just weld it right on here and have the ball on here permanently. And I got to thinking about that, and that could mess up the way this logging winch works. And I don't necessarily want to do that. I want to still be able to have this be somewhat close to being flush. So I think we're going to put this hitch in and weld this in here so that we can take the hitch out, in, and the receiver is still here. Then we can have multiple uses for that receiver and not just have a welded ball on here that we can't take off. So let's dig out all the tools and mark this out and get started. All right, so I bought two different options for what we're going to do. So this is a 1.25 to 2 inch receiver, and then this is just a standard receiver tube. So what I'm going to do is figure out, I don't think we need one this long, so that's why I found this, and I think we might just have to cut this off, and then this will slide right in there, because, let's take a look around back here. We've got space back here. If we look down there, there's space down here to have that receiver hitch. And there's all kinds of room. There's another piece of steel here, but we can brace that. But I don't want that big long one sticking way out here. So I think what's going to work the best is this short one right there. I got both just in case, because I didn't want to do one and then realize I wish I'd have done the other. So I think we'll do both, see how that works. I don't think we'll do both. I think we'll do the smaller one, even though we have both. I think just the smaller one would fit better, but let's try that out, see what happens. All right, so I think I'll use this one to mark this with, even though I think, based on what we just talked about, although I want to hold this up here and see. So we're only going to be, yeah, I think this is going to be the answer. This one here, and we'll just cut this. I'm going to cut this piece off when we get to it. It shouldn't take more than a minute with a Sawzall. But I think we will, I should double check and make sure these are the exact same size, because if they're not, that could be an issue. And they look like they are the exact same size. All right, so I think we want to be, well, you know what? We need to be in a spot so that we know where our piece of steel is here. All right, looks like we're going to need to do some measuring. Let me go get a tape measure. All right, so the piece of steel in the back of this that goes horizontally like that is about 5 1/4 inches from this turn. So right about there somewhere is that piece of steel. So I think we should be centered between this and this. So this is a measurement of 2 9/16. We'll go 2 5/8. So we'll just make this simple. Find the center here. Actually, we got to go a little bit further to find the center. Right there's the center, right there. So 2 1/2, 2 5/8 is the center. And then half of 2 5/8 is 1 1/4, 1 1/4 plus 1 5/16, which is 1 9/16. So 1 9/16 roughly. We don't have to be that precise, but I'm thinking that this is where it's going to end up being, just like this. So I think it'll be somewhere. Yeah, so I think that'll work. Then it's somewhere in the center. Then there's some room on the bottom if I want to put a gusset, plus there's some room on the top if I wanted to put a gusset. I think that's a good answer right there. So now let's hold this up. And center this with the rest of them. right, we're getting there, definitely. All right, we got our hole cut. It wasn't too bad. Now, before I cut this off, let's see what happens here. Oh yeah, that's gonna fit. And plus it's a little bit, got a little bit of play in it, so we can adjust it, because I don't think I cut that hole exactly straight, but that doesn't matter. We can fix it with a welder. But we are cruising now. All right, let's switch gears and get to welding. Okay, so I just thought I'd try this in here real quick. I got it cut off. I really think this is gonna work fantastic. And if you guys wanna look around the back here, let's see if I can show you the back. I think it's gonna work out great. See how we got all kinds of room there? And we can put a brace on the bottom. It doesn't stick out too far. We can put the pin in real easy to hold the hitch. I think it's going to be fantastic. All right, let's get to welding this puppy up. Melt some paint on that one. Well, we made it. We got her done. So it probably won't win the best welding award on the planet, but you know what? That's fine. For DIY, I think this is pretty darn good. I think it looks pretty good. And then in the back here, we got it welded up and got the bracket all welded. That'll help hold it. A nice gusset. It's like 1/4-inch thick steel. I just had a scrap piece that I had kicking around. So we'll let this all cool off. And then I think I'm going to repaint this. I'm not 100% sure yet, and I haven't completely decided. But I'm thinking I might repaint that. I might, the newer ones, this is and I didn't even tell you that in the beginning, did I? But it's all right. We had a camera battery malfunction, so we fixed that. But anyway, what I was saying, this is a Fransguard V3004, so it's a little bit older. So the newer ones are red. They have a black top here. This is black, what we just built, and I think this part is black. So I'm thinking that I'm thinking about painting it. Tell me what you guys think. Leave a comment if you think I should just leave it as is because it's just going to get dirty again, or do you think I should repaint it? I think I already know what I'm going to do, but I would be curious what you guys think. So, but we're there. So I appreciate you guys stopping in. I appreciate you checking this out. And if you want to come back again, hit subscribe and like this video, and look over here behind me. We got to finish that too. So if you come back again and stay tuned to the next episode or next couple episodes, whichever one it is, we got to put that snowblower back together and try it out, make sure it works, and make sure the bearings that we got are going to hold up and do what they're supposed to and everything fits. But until then, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Appreciate all of you watching. We'll see you later.